What is going on, everyone? Joe here, and today we are jumping into a game I have been very excited for, Rune Dice. So this is a physics-based dice-building roguelike. Reminds me a lot of Ball X Pit, actually. But instead of playing with your balls, you're playing with your dice, knocking out crazy monsters, doing insane combos. And at first glance, I thought this game looked kind of complicated, but it's actually incredibly simple and very satisfying. All I've done so far is the tutorial. So let's jump into our first official run here. We've got a few different characters we can end up unlocking, but right now I've got Merlin the Purple and John Wick Blade. I didn't realize that was his name. All right, he's got 2 starting dice. Blind Strike die. So this hits a random enemy, and it does double the die's value as damage. And then we've got a Dodge die. This grants me 1 dodge every time I merge dice. So when we jump into a run, you guys will see exactly what that means. We've got the Nearby Forest. It looks like we have different bosses we can end up fighting too. But let's go with this spider thing. We cannot turn on hard mode. I guess we have to win a run first. And let's get to it. All right, we've got our board. We've got 2 different spots here. This is a normal battle. This is a tough battle. Tougher enemies, more coin dice, bonus dice appear more frequently, and we get better rewards. There's also a fancy skull here. Mini boss battle. Elite enemy encounter. Premium rewards. All right, well, that's a no-brainer. I know where I'm going. All right, so the main goal of this game is to combine your die of the same value. So I've got a 1. There's 1s all over the board. If you merge die, it will then bounce towards another die of the same value. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to shoot into this. It's going to turn into a 2. It's going to bounce into this 2. It's going to turn into a 3, and it's going to bounce into this 3. This 3 is a coin die, so we'll get some money. There we go, perfect. And so all the die we dissolve go on the left side, and they get played. If it's just a basic die, that's going to be our attack damage. This one is a blind strike die, so it's going to hit a random enemy for 4 damage because it does double whatever the die is. And this is our evasion. These guys won't attack me until they walk up to me, so we get some breathing room. Just do some combos, get those 4s together, nice. And so the beginning, there's not a ton of crazy stuff you can do. You're mostly doing setups. But what I like the most about this game, if you've got a small brain like me, you can do some really satisfying things. But if you're really tactical, the skill ceiling for this is insane. All right, I want to grab, I guess I'll just pop up here. It also doesn't have to be the dice that you're throwing that merges. You can shoot other dice into each other and do crazy chain reactions. Apply 3 weakness stacks to all enemies, reducing attack by 1 per stack. So this is a consumable item. I can use it whenever I want. We can heal, but we have full health. Or we can get a shuffle rune, which randomly repositions all dice on the field. I mean, I can skip this and get some money. Let's get this shuffle. Maybe this will help us out. That's fine with me. And so now we have to go to this tough battle. And after the mini boss, we've got a shop. There's a ton of different nodes. Magic Altar. Enhance, transform, or clone your die. Risky magic. Use rituals wisely. All right, let's roll. Tough fight. We got Pumbaa, and he's pissed. Gain attack bonus when health drops below 50%. Now, you guys are going to shoot projectiles at me, so I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and grab evasion right off the bat. Give me some dodge. I'll only dodge 1 attack, but still. You guys only do 1 damage. Oh, I can see how strong they are. Yeah, got it. All right, let's push these green together. Get some money. This board is not great for me. I feel like we combo here, we bounce there, bounce here, and then we get the 4s. That went the complete different direction that I expected it to. All right, come on. What if I can push this? Go. Nice! All right, that was huge. Now Pumbaa goes down. And let's grab, what is this? Big Bada Boom. This is damage to all enemies. 5 damage to all enemies. It's not bad. But I think I want to start bouncing these into each other. You have to be careful with that. Because if you use too much force, they're not going to go where you want them to. There goes one plant. And then we can dodge the next hit. We don't have a ton of health. You've got 7. So then I'm going to push you up. There we go. Down you go. Calculated. We need to make sure we go for the money, too. Bomb die. So this does 3 damage to all enemies. We have poison. Take 1 damage per poison per turn. Decreased by 1 after. Or we can heal. But I'm not going to heal. That's a waste. Let's get the bomb. And so, mini boss it is. I got a dinosaur. I got this big orc guy. You summon a new enemy to join the battle. And you're going to move towards me. This die will move the marked enemy 1 position closer to your hero. Okay, so you're going to move towards me. If I combo into this, you move closer. And this will strengthen the boss. Got it. All right. So then I want to try to grab this evade. Does it go away? It does not go away, so I can grab this now. If we can get this big bada boom, that's going to be awesome. That's our blind strike. All right, out of all these options, I'm going to go ahead and push this in. Nice, nice. All right. So we got the big explosion coming up. Wow, that's going to be a problem. I don't know if I have the DPS to handle this. 15 health every single turn from this guy is insane. All right, we have to go up here. Bounce, bounce, bounce. All right. That's 20 damage. So that means all your minions are dead. And they're behind you now. So that's great. We can start getting some hits on you. Get the bomb. Man, when this game works, it is so satisfying. All right, we got to kill you fast. And then focus on the little guys, unless they disappear. Evasion, into the bomb, into a chest. We got an item. Choose a reward. Another blind strike. Dodge die, but this is a 2 value. But I'll still only get 1 dodge on merge. And then backstab. This will target the last enemy for 1.5 times die value damage. That's not terrible, but I feel like I'm not really going to be coordinating to go after the guy from behind. I want more dodges. So I'm going to grab this. Now, this setup sucks. Just going to have to push the 3s into each other. Well, that worked pretty well, actually. You got to go this turn, man. This turn. Shoot that up. That was so close. All right, this is a no-brainer. We want to go for these before they reset, because then we lose so much potential, right? All right, evade. That is not what I meant to do. But remember what I said about little brains. Sometimes it just works. And now you're dead. 6 damage. All right, let's go. We didn't even take a single hit of damage. New relic, Phantom Strike. All your direct attacks gain +1 damage for each dodge stack you currently have. That's great if they're physical. If they're distance fighters, I won't have any value from that. All shop items cost 20% less. That's also good. But I'm going to go for the Phantom Strike. So now we just need a ton of dodge. We can heal full. I don't want to waste any money or an upgrade on healing, though. I feel like this is one of those games where you're not losing out if you grab as many items as possible. Because in, like, typical roguelikes, you're trying to not stack your deck. Here, there's just so much different chain reactions that can go off. So give me another blind strike. And this is a shop. We can afford a few things. These are more relics, huh? There's the discount right off the bat. Backstab die deal double damage. Might not be terrible to get now. These are runes. Heal for 8, 10 shields, shuffle, weakness. A cheap bomb would be nice. It's only 5. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to buy the personal skills. Make everything cheaper. I've got 11 gold. I kind of want to get the assassinate. All right, let's get the assassinate. I kept smack talking the backstab die, but I'm going to go for them now. We can also sell. Interesting. Normally you can't just get rid of things so easily, but I don't want to sell anything. I like what we got. So I can go for a tough battle, or we can see what this magic altar does. Enhance, transform, or clone your die. Yeah, we got to see what that does. And then we can go up to another mini-boss. All right, let's run it. All these guys are physical again, which is incredible for us. All right, great first turn. Yeah, we knocked out the first enemy already. Never mind, almost. 1 health. Let's shoot you up. Calculated. Not really. But that's okay, because we win. Easy. Maybe we do need to unlock hard mode. Now, should I go ahead and heal full? Or grab a die that will start healing me? If the fights are this easy so far, I should probably grab one of these, just so we can start healing up the damage we're taking. And then we'll have that in our court for later. Ancient symbols glow, reacting to your dice. The magic of this place is unpredictable. Choose a die and see what might happen. Perform rituals to increase the chances of a positive outcome. Okay. 80% chance we increase the die value, or we decrease it, 20% chance. Health donation. Okay, I guess I'm going to go ahead and use this. I can swap out what I want. So why don't we do the healing dice? Use it. Okay, nice. So that works. Now it's going to heal us for a ton. And we can exit. Looks like we can only do it once. And let's go to this mini-boss. There's one over here, too. And then right after him, there's a shop. I don't want to go to a shop immediately because we don't have a ton of money. So it makes sense for us to go down. Man, the map's pretty big. Wandering Jester. I want to see what you do. So if we go to this mini-boss, then this tough battle, shop, to the Jester. Okay, that's the plan. It's the same guy, but he's got a ton of minions this time around. There's the heal. I'm kind of nervous this time. All right, good enough for me. You're going to summon so many enemies that there's going to be no more room on your side. All right, go for this. Nice. Okay, good save. 22 damage. The bombs are going to help immensely here. Now, I feel like the only call I've got is to go right here. It's going to bounce to the left. Well, then let's try to hit this. Oh, come on. That's not good. The board's about to refresh, too. But we healed. All right, we have one turn before this starts getting bad. One turn. I don't like both of these being so close. It's going to make you move forward. But to be honest, that's not that bad. This is going to make the boss have more strength, but we have some time until we see him. So I'm going to go here. You're going to attack me next turn, but I've still got some breathing room. Okay. So now you go down. So does your buddy behind you. And this guy too. All right, now it's crunch time. It is crunch time. I'm going to go ahead. There's only two other ones on the board. I have to go here and push these together. That wasn't great. That was not great. Can we get this refresh already? What if I do this? Random. Oh, no way. All right. Nice. Huge. Okay, I need evasion. I need it now. I need it now. So close. Gonna have to just play it by ear, man. Not gonna be able to grab that. You're gonna do 5 damage to me. So it's not the end of the world. Oh no, you're dying. I'm so good at this game. Okay, all right. Give me this die. Get the bomb. You're gonna die too. No way, I'm not taking any damage here. I have to hit this, otherwise you're gonna get hit for sure. No! All right, that's fine. This is a treasure chest. I want that. Let's get the evade right now, just to guarantee we don't take any more damage. And we might as well try to get this heal too. I'd have to bounce this all the way to the right. I can go for it. I'm going to try. Almost. Nice. We got it. Okay. Hopefully I get it automatically. I do. All right. So backstab. Let's grab that. New relic, Merchant's Favor. Adds 1 extra coin die to the field at the start of each round. I will take that too. Lucky Horseshoe. Shop rerolls cost 2 coins. Now, give me another backstab. I am A-okay with that. There's so much money. Yeah, we've got so many effects on here. But we got 2 Poombas. Yeah, there's not really a lot of moves for me to make. Just get to shoot these into each other. And remember, I really should go for evasion first, so we can be a little bit stronger. Gnarly, okay. And this is an upgrade. I feel like we should boost up the bomb. The map clear on this is pretty crucial, especially when it stacks so many enemies back to back. Let me upgrade the die. So guys, fun fact about me. I hate dice. I hate any sort of game that requires you to roll dice. I'm really enjoying this one. I don't know why. The reason being, I have the worst luck in the world. It is indisputable. Everyone says I've got YouTuber luck, but that's not true. If I play Mario Party, there's been instances where I played Mario Party and I've rolled a 1 10 turns in a row. So I always just stay clear of dice because I know what my luck normally is. So any game that has dice, I groan. I tried to play die in the dungeon, but it just gives me the heebie-jeebies, man. There is a roguelite I do really like. It's called Dicey Dungeons. It came out a while ago. That one I got super into. All right, we might need to heal. I want another dodge die, though. I'm going to grab it. I'm being kind of risky. We still have that Jester to get to as well. And if these fights are easy, which they don't look like they're easy, we will have some opportunity to heal. So let's get the evade. Double evade. Fantastic. So we're not taking any damage this turn. I really want to get that health. I'm just going to bounce into it and shoot it up. Unfortunately, we don't have any 4s to make that work well, but I stand corrected. All right, you go down. We heal up a little bit. We're still going to get shot, which sucks. All right, let's try to go in this corner. Backstabs will kill both of you, right? Yeah, all right. Backstabs doing double damage is insane. Weakness rune. Now, I'm gonna be smart. For once, I'm gonna heal. Not something I would normally do. So the shop, I've got 30 gold. We might as well go here. I don't know if the Jester's gonna cost me any money or not. Gain 1 extra dice throw if you didn't merge anything once per turn. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You could be so calculated with that. You could be so calculated. That seems overpowered good. All right, I'll buy that. Create a die with value 1 every 3rd merge. That seems really good too. Coin dice also heal for their merge value? Gain 10 shields while entering combat. All right, give me the healing coins. Give me the extra merge die. And give me this dodge. And I guess I'll take a blind strike. I have no money. All right, that's fine. We're good. Okay. So if I don't merge anything, I could just do this. Never mind. Maybe it's not as good as I thought. Because you could just put an extra dice on the board to make your combos easier. That's what I was thinking. Good bomb, good bomb. Yeah, they're the extra die that come out as well. Grab this evasion. Depending on how long this normal run takes, you know, in case the boss doesn't absolutely slap us, I want to see what hard mode's like. I mean, what, there's 3 biomes. Each biome has 3 different bosses. So there's a good amount of content. All right, honestly, I kind of want to just shoot in here. Wait. No. All right, good. I thought we almost screwed that up too. I also really like how when the fight ends, it still gives you the value for all the die that are still coming. So you don't have to worry about stalling. All right, give me the healing item. And we're about to see what this Jester does. All right, right here. You know what I said earlier about first turns not being that strong? I'd like to strip that from the record, please. Now they're all going to start shooting me. But the bomb really cleared them out. And the backstabs here, I should shoot right into this. Because the backstab knocks him out. We got evasion, so we're still not taking any damage. And then I'm going to pound you two together. No, let's pound these two together. So close. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to refresh right now. We could have an insanely good turn. It was not that good, but I did get 3 coins. So I will take that, and I will grab this gravity rune because it is busted. All right, Mr. Jester, what do you do? Oh, 1 turn. Wait a second. I can use this here? I can use this here. All right, well. All right, that's one side. I want this other chest. I'd say this was a very good turn. Give me the backstab. Let's level up more of these backstabs. I will level up another backstab. I'll take another gravity rune, because I just used it here. Give me another backstab die. I did take the 1 value, and I could have taken a 2 value. I got too excited. And then the shop. And we are about to be at the boss. When an enemy with poison stacks die, it spreads it. When the table resets, enemies are placed in random order. When blind strike die kills an enemy, it strikes another random enemy again? Gain 3 shield for each enemy killed. That's also really good. I want another gravity die. And now give me a backstab. All right, there goes all my money. It is time for the boss. This die will strengthen the marked enemy, so that will make you stronger. That will also make you stronger. And this one's all good. It can't merge. Huh, okay. We should probably go for the backstab so we can knock out these projectile shooters. You also shoot projectiles, so that's not great. Instead, I'm going to go for evasion. Good bomb. Oh, man, all your buffs were immediately claimed there. The good news is we have that extra die for every 3 merges. So we're going to keep putting a bunch of die on the board. And these guys are all obliterated. I've got some shields for the kills. I'm busted at this point. I can also see how this is probably like an introductory run, because there wasn't too much we really needed to worry about besides building some good synergies with the dice. And almost every single time I won a fight, the only option I really needed to go for was picking new things. I didn't need to really worry about healing ever. All right, let's do the gravity die. Okay. I can do another one. No, that was so bad. No way. I think we almost win here. No, we do win. Okay. New discovery. Healing Echo. When healing die heals you, create a healing die on the field with value equal to the amount healed. Collect 15 dice in a single run. Confusion rune. Shuffle enemy positions, placing them in a new random order. We've got a new level. Oh, we leveled up John Wick. Now let's go back to our lobby. We need to defeat 2 unique bosses to get the warrior. Create max dice combo of 40 with 1 throw for the archer. Get a die with value 8. You can merge that many times? Defeat 20 mini-bosses, 50 Dark Knights, defeat Blight Druid in hard mode. I see, the more we level you up, you actually start with more things. So you get legitimately stronger. It's not just learning new options for the run. And then we've got Merlin the purple. We can do hard mode now. Oh, you have to beat that specific boss before you get it. Okay. Well, now we've got 2 more bosses we can go for. Let's try out Merlin. Let me see what you do. Arcane Die. Has 50% chance to deal additional damage equal to die value, or 50% chance to heal the hero. Okay, that's all right. Apply freeze to a line of enemies based on die value. Freeze cannot move but can attack. Take 1 damage per freeze per turn. So it's almost like poison. It'll be really good against physical enemies. All right, Merlin. Let's fight a new boss here. You look cool. And we must have to defeat all 3 bosses before we get the new biome. We also need to defeat 20 mini-bosses to unlock one character, so we need to go for those every chance we get. Doesn't look like we've got any early on like last time. There's one here in the middle after the Jester. So I'm going to go ahead and head up the top area. Fight, or fight, tough battle, shop. All right, Merlin. I do feel like you're going to be a little bit harder. It depends on what kind of dice you can get. Because you have no options on dealing with the backline. You're pretty much full-on anti-physical. You do have the healing with this arcane die, though. So let's see what that looks like. Yeah, you healed. And then just push up here. You're going to heal yourself every time? That's not so bad. Another arcane die. Yeah, I'll stack up on these. It's going to make it really random. I wonder if there's ways, if you level up the characters enough. I know some of the relics allow you, but changing the starting die. Because it always just being a basic 1. It's kind of interesting. All right, down you go. Yeah, fellas, I think we're going to blitz through this. I'm going to grab another arcane die. I want to see what that other character is. All right, ice, arcane. Whenever the arcane does proc for the extra damage, though, that is very nice. And this guy's going to be rooted. So if we stop him from moving forward, does that mean you can't pass him? And so they're just stuck? I feel like it's too early to say. As I'm playing this game, I'm thinking about, the things I like about it. I think the gameplay loop is very addicting. I can't say I want more content because we're so early on. I don't know what we're going to end up unlocking or what the areas are like. I will say the first biome is shorter than I expected. And for some people, that's a good thing. For some people, not so much. I feel like by the time I really start loving my build, the run is coming towards a conclusion. So maybe there's other things you can do that mess around with that. I'm also taking kind of a beating here. Lightning die. Jump to another random enemy, dealing 1 less damage. Continues jumping until damage reaches 0. That's fun. Let's grab that. And now it's time for the shop. We got 10 gold. Extra coin die. We get more freeze. Fire. At turn start, take damage equal to fire and decrease by 1. Then spread fire to adjacent enemies. We'd have to really stack this. This low value makes it not great. It can't even get its second effect of spreading. So I'm going to grab a freeze die right now, and then I'm okay with that. We've got a Jester coming up too, and then right after the Jester is going to be the mini-boss. But the mini-boss is kind of easy if we can keep stopping him. That was fantastic. All right, let's get lucky with the arcanes. Try to heal up as much as we can. We're not going to one-shot this, are we? Almost. That's probably another unlockable, too. And boost those. And there we go. Well, let's get lightning again. I was thinking about healing, but I'm still standing by what I said. I don't want to take healing unless absolutely necessary. I should have had a gravity rune just for this, to be smart with it. What I want the most is probably this chest. Or these. These are both dice upgrades. That was very underwhelming. I was hoping we could do more. That's okay. Level up the lightning. Let's grab the fire die. Become the master of the elements. And it is mini-boss time. All right, both of these guys would be pretty helpful. If I can boost them into each other. Oh, unfortunate. It's okay, we healed up. Remember, this guy has no distance. It's all about him closing the gap. So we need to make that as difficult as possible for him. We got a big bada boom. We're going to increase his damage, though. We healed ourselves. All right, pump up here into the arcane. Not a great turn, but a necessary one. Okay. I can do pretty much nothing. Shoot this to the right. Oh, come on. Okay, whatever. Shoot that up. We got 2 lightnings. So we're going to zap around. There we go. There we go. We need to get this freeze. It's going to slow them down a little bit. Because they can't move forward at all. It just wastes their turn. There's another freeze back there, but there's no way we're getting it. I want to see if I could shoot this into this. Yes! Holy crap! Make some bank. And then, no brainer, shoot these into each other. So down you go. That was huge. All right, we have a dice upgrade. I could try and bounce this here. Exactly what I wanted. Getting a combo of 40 to unlock the archer seems insane. That's going to be so difficult. Let's boost up this frost to 2. And easy. There we go. I think we need one more turn. No, we're good. Gain 3 shield for each enemy killed. That is so good for any character. It's like you'd have to be crazy to pass that up. 20% chance that your throwing die will be a healing die. That's nice. Arcane die always heals instead of dealing bonus damage. Combine that with the Sun Shard for both effects. Oh, wow. I guess I'm gonna... That seems good. I lose the extra damage, but I have extra damage just from the lightning effect, right? There's a mini-boss up there. I could have gone up. Oh, no, there's no way to get both of them. That's okay, then. I don't think we have any more mini-bosses we can cross paths with. Yeah, there are only 2 on this map. All right, well, then let's go up top to this magic altar. I want to try to clone the die. I can clone this 4-value lightning. 70% chance. If I do a health donation, our odds go up higher. That's fine. Money donation. 5 coins. All right, that's fine. Use it. All right, hell yeah. You get 2 of these now. Just making sure I can't use it again. They say it's risky. It does not seem that risky at all. There's another game I've been wanting to put on the channel, but I'm too intimidated. It's gonna sound stupid. Peglin. Peglin is a game I played when it first dropped a few years back, and it reminds me a lot of Peggle. Peggle is an Xbox arcade game from, was it Bottle Cap? It's the people that made Plants vs. Zombies, except it's a roguelike, and you're a goblin that shoots balls down with random effects, and it just got a massive update. It's like 2 point something. And they've got like hundreds of different balls that all do different things. Secret bosses, secret pathways, different characters you can play as. And I've thought about it. I've booted up the game several times, and I've been like, all right, is this the day you finally make a video on Peglin? And then I just wimp out. But this game is almost like the more casual experience of Peglin, which I do appreciate. Gravity Rune, give me that. These games are also a little different for me, too, because I feel like... I don't know where I want to shoot this, actually. Let me do this first before I start yapping. Okay. Was that necessary? No, but it was funny. What I was saying, with games like this, once you start to really understand the rhythm of it, whenever I play action roguelites, I always know what to talk about. Because I'm like, all right, we're going to do this combo, knock this enemy out. I'm getting flanked over here. We're going to grab this upgrade. With these games, you really understand the gameplay flow, so it's just automatic. So then the rest of the time, I just need to, like, yap. Yap to fill up the space. And some people are like, man, I love Joe when he plays these kinds of games because he just talks about his life. He tells us what flavor of cereal he had this morning. I don't know, man. It's going to talk about stuff. Fill in the dead air while I murder some goblins. Speaking of which, I did have some bomb Costco chicken salad for lunch. Put it in a tortilla, melted it with some cheese. It was delicioso. All right, you're totally overkilled, man. I have a really bad habit at Costco, though, because I buy way too much food. I mean, I've said it before. I'm 6'7", man. I probably eat more food than anyone that's watching my videos. But I work it off, too, so, you know, it's got its checks and balances. But when I was a kid, I could eat, like, 2 large pizzas in one sitting. All right, I want the arcane die. Give me that. I guess I would just want to shoot up here, get the arcane, shoot there, get the lightning. Uh-huh. Get the chest. We have a few casual 6s that just start on the board, too, which makes it a lot more feasible to get a 7 or an 8 to unlock that character. The bomb die's nice, but I want to stay with the theme. Let's go lightning. All right, shoot there. I'm going to hit this dice on the way. I want to combine them so bad. At least we're taking out the pigs. All right, shall we see our first ever 7? I think we shall. I'm shooting right in there. So freaking close, man. There's no way. We need to make another 6 and have it shoot all the way there and then into the 7. I don't believe hard enough. And the fight's over. I'm so overpowered. I'm not even paying attention. I'm just throwing out dice. Well, I'm paying attention a little bit. I'm thinking about definitely where we want to engage as soon as the fight starts. I do want to get this magic altar. But that means this game also, at least at this difficulty level, really leans into the build crafting, not so much the execution. Because sometimes there's roguelites that are like that, you know? It's all about the units you grab or the synergies from your gear. So one I played a little bit ago called Overlooting, or the Backpack Heroes game. Backpack Heroes is a great roguelite. You play as like a little mouse, and you just shove stuff in your backpack, and they automatically fight for you. The dream is real. The dream is real. Now we win here, I think. Grab some of these arcanes so we can heal up. Get as topped up as possible before we go to the boss. I want the gravity rune. We can refresh this. I can refresh again. Oh, you can only do it once. I have so much bank right now. Let me get the shuffle rune. That remixes their position. That could help us depending on what this boss does. I don't know what his moves are. But I'm assuming there's a boss that probably summons. That seems like a very boss thing to do. That sucked. All right, bounce. I wonder if there's also a die or an ability that slows down the field refresh. Not sure that's a mechanic you'd want. I feel like it is, though. Because the more turns you get, you start to really clear this out and have more control over what's going on. In the beginning, yeah, you're trying to cause all kinds of chaos. That's rough, man. Yeah, focus up, Joe. Focus up. Let's go here. Bounce into the freeze. Get some lightning. So it'll freeze both of them. Lightning shocks. And then, oh, it was the refresh. I was already planning my next attack. All right, going here. Get the lightning between you two. That worked way better than I expected. Protection rune, shuffle rune, refresh this. Minor life. No, gravity rune. That's what I want. That's my favorite. Let's go to the magic altar. I should have gone to the shop. What were you thinking? Go to the shop. +2 die value enhanced. Max 9. All right, well, that's a 75% chance. Let's make it a 95% chance because I have so much money. All right, use that. I've got a 6 lightning die. That will make it even easier to get an 8, though. All right, what is this boss? It's a big old goblin man. Looks like you do have minions, so it was pretty good we got this confusion. Oh, wow, these strengthen all the enemies on the board. Huh, okay. I feel like I'm going to bite the bullet here. I'm not too concerned about the buffs. We'll knock these guys out way before they reach me, especially if I can get my freezes, right? So boom into that. Oh my God. Yeah, who cares if you're stronger? I do worry about this guy back here. Well, we got lightning. Yeah, that's going to be bad. We have 3 turns until a refresh. I'm going to try something wild. Mix these. I was hoping for a little bit more because I'm really trying to make an 8. We'd have to get these 2 into each other. There's really no way. You need a ton of high-value dice to get an 8. Which we're not going to be able to do. It's okay. You're almost down. And then we can finish off your teammates. Oh, that sucked. 1 health. All right, that refresh was sorely needed. I could do confusion, but I don't want him to be thrown back when he's only got 1 health. That would actually hurt us. So down you go. This is bad. This is bad. I need to shoot this frost into that. So we'll heal up a little bit. 4 health. We need to burst some of these guys down. Reduce the damage we're receiving. Shoot over here. All right, we're good. First guy goes down. All right, let's go. And we win it here. Merlin's fun. Now we got a 3rd character we can play as. New class, we get a warrior. Healing momentum. Restore 1 HP each time a class die activates. Defeat 42 goblins. It's a very specific number of goblins. Leveled up our mage. Oh, you're cool. Arrowhorn Thronebane. I can't read. Arrowhorn Thronebane. Why is your name a freaking tongue twister? All right, you've got shields. And you have a bonking stick, a stun die. Cannot attack or move. Decreased by 1 each turn. Okay. Guys, this has been Rune Dice, a very unique roguelike. I really enjoyed it. I felt like the more I played it, of course, we have not dug in as deep as we could have going to the second or third area, trying hard mode. I feel like it's too early to say it's a little easy. I do feel like the mechanic of the die bouncing automatically to the higher number does give it a little bit of this autoplay effect, but then it kind of transitions to how are you building? What decisions are you making to set yourself up for success in the future? And then just watching it happen is very satisfying. So I enjoyed Rune Dice quite a bit. If you guys liked it, let me know down below. Hit that like button. And if you've watched me this far and have not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so, because that supports me way more than you know. That's going to be it for me, and I will see you guys next time.